Hey, good morning, everybody. Kim and Forrest, what is going on? Bruce Kennedy, good morning. And yes, coffee, 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 especially this morning. Yeah, I am tired. It has been a long last week of camping and having fun, and that I'm not complaining at all. But it definitely wears you out coming back. Got a lot of early mornings, a lot of sleeping in the middle of nowhere, but having a ton of fun. Catching fish up in Wyoming. So, Kim Jackson, we were up in your area ish, kind of, sort of, not. I mean, Wyoming's a big state. We did come through. The closest I think we got to you was Rollins, and then we went up to Casper, fished the North Platte, and came on down. Who's the Islander is back. What is up? Jesse, what's happening from Waco, Texas? How are you? How's everybody? Ooh, Get Risky Vlogs. Good morning. How's it going? I like that name, Get Risky. I got to check your channel out. Sorry, I have not yet, but I will. What is up? A dude named Eric. Mike Barnado, what is up? How are you, man? How have you been, dude? I haven't seen you in a bit. Hello, Jared. I got your question here, so I will definitely be answering that. Bill O'Neill, what is going down? Guys, if you're new here and you see what people are doing here in the chat, they're saying hello. Some of them are telling me where they're from because others are not because I know where they're from. But yeah, if you're new here, chime in on the chat, say hello, say what's up, tell me where you're from. Maybe today, why don't we all, if you want to, type in what your favorite motorcycle is. And Kim Jackson says, hit the like button. Yes, we got 22 people watching. So far, we're not even to 7:30 and only 9 likes. So make sure you back out. You got to back out of the chat, click the little thumbs up, and then come back in. Michigan here from Get Risky, right on. Are you UP Michigan, Get Risky, or are you down in the bottom? Mark Payne, what's happening? Let's see. Ed Dugan, what is going on? Shady Burrow is coming up soon. Let's go race our dirt bikes. Yes, I'm so excited. My race, anyway, what's over there? It's buried. Middle Michigan, right on. There's my mom on the way to doctor. Oh, yeah, good. Sorry, Mom. I think you just texted me. Yes. At least you didn't totally miss the podcast. I love you, Mama. That, by the way, Suzanne Spradling is my mama bear. And she's awesome. She broke her patella a little while ago, but it's healing up, which is good. Unfortunately, it was the reason we couldn't go see her in Oklahoma last week. But I guess the upside is it allowed us to go fly fishing in Wyoming, where it was cooler. Ooh, Countershocks, Nate with an RC51. That is a rad motorcycle. Dude, RC51s are so freaking cool. I've only gotten to ride, one ever. And yeah, dude, those things are bad. Bad to the bone. So much fun. Hey, guys, if you're watching this and you don't know what an RC51 is, go Google it. If you ever get a chance, ride one. They're pretty awesome. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Beta 200. Right on, Mike Brown. Yeah, guys, if you're just chiming in, we're all typing in our favorite motorcycle of all time. I will type mine in. You guys all know what it is. Well, I don't know, maybe not all of you, but you're going to learn right now. Boom. Actually, Rod, what's happening? Let's see. Favorite bike ridden overall has been a 354 stroke, but didn't buy one with the recent upgrade. Right on. Wait, yeah. What did you get a new bike, Jared? Because you were talking about it. I don't know if you did. Ronnie Nelson, buenos dias, ¿qué pasó? Mark Payne with an XR 600, also phenomenal motorcycle. Bruce Kennedy, Beta 200 RR. Brilliant motorcycles. Really, really good. Actually, was talking to another suspension tuner friend of mine here in town yesterday about bikes that are not KTMs. And I'm lumping, obviously, Gas, and Husqvarna into that. And Shercos are cool. I like the bike. I think they're great. There's some things about those things that I'm not in love with. But the Beta, I think they are going to be, and maybe, a lot of you would already argue that they are, but I think they're going to be the next big brand, like of the, there's 5, whatever, that's going to be the 6th. Although, let's just say, is there 5? Because Suzuki, as far as dirt bikes go, is Suzuki even a brand anymore? I mean, yeah, so I think we're back down to 4, and maybe Beta will make it 5. Hoosier Islander Shirker SE300. Also, it is a phenomenal bike. There's some weirdness though. I don't know. Anyway, Jesse TX300. X Trainer, right on, dude. Jared, that's awesome. I did not know that, or maybe I did and forgot. Sorry, but that's awesome. Stoked for you. Waterville, Minnesota Extreme Explorations. Cool way to spell that, by the way. Let's see. Richard Hartley, all is good with me. Things are a little bit crazy. Ooh, the venerable Mark Parker, the venerable XR250R, phenomenal bike. Also, Mark Payne thinks the Shirka will beat them. Suzuki, fair enough. Yeah, they gave up. By the way, Brady Metter, sorry, I forgot to say brap to you. It's good to see you here. I know you've been super duper duper busy and haven't been on the show. And then we didn't do a show last week. Anyway, so glad to see you, buddy. I know I haven't talked to you in a while either. We need to talk. We need to get together and ride dirt bikes. 17 250SX, beta will win customers due to their outstanding warranty and customer service. I also agree with that. Also, their dealer network is bigger than Sherco, so if they continue that, they're going to do it. Roger Heard, that's no good. Get rid of that COVIDs. Ed Dugan, the 17 CR 450 RX. Also, the thing is about dirt bikes, they're all good. Obviously, I have my feelings. We all have our feelings. I guess for me, discussing what the best dirt bike is, I mean, okay, let's forget best, because that's impossible, right? But except for the XR650R. But honestly, best dirt bike, that's really, really, really subjective. I would say the dirt bike that, I don't know, makes you feel the best or makes you have the most fun or brings back the most memories. That's why my XR is so important to me, is that it was a dream that I had. And that bike helped manifest that dream into reality of racing the Baja 1000 solo. So that's really why that bike is so important to me. I also do think it's an amazing thing and does lots of cool whatever. But so that's why it's important to me. And maybe we should, what we should do is we should do a whole series of YouTube videos on why your bike is your favorite, like what bike it is, why it's your favorite, and maybe we could have some online interviews. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that would be a cool thing? That'd be awesome. RZ, oh yeah, Cliff Anderson, RZ350. Heck yeah. Also agree that Beta has great customer service. Right on. Suzuki is cheap dirt bike new over here. Richard Hartley, they're cheap dirt bikes new over here, but our Suzuki dealer, if you can even call them, they have 2 bikes on the floor. They just don't sell them. And then the problem is they're cheap for a reason. Right on, Roger Heard, test negative sounded, glad to hear. And Kim, you know how I feel about 2 strokes, 100%. I had a 97 XR80, and I beat the crap out of that thing as a kid and really didn't know anything about dirt bikes, but to ride them and never changed the oil. And for 3 years, still ran like a top. Yes, I think we could pretty much say that is the case with just XRs, right? Across the board. If it has XR and then whatever number displacement after it, they're good. Matter 501, hands down the best bike. I do it all. So I have to say, as much as I want to beat up on Brady for his 4-stroke and his FE 501, those 500 KTMs, 501, whatever, you know what I mean? That current iteration of that bike is pretty freaking amazing. I would ride one. Those are, it wouldn't be my only bike. I still always have a 2-stroke, but holy crap. Those things are, whatever. You gotta, I gotta admit, that's an amazing motorcycle. Mark Payne, thanks. Soul in the 1000 was a heck of a thing. Enduro, so good morning. Where are you, Enduro, right now? Well, right now, I know you're in Colorado. Well, I think you're in Colorado, but where are you right now, Forrest? And how you doing, man? Zaffoy Beeblebrox, that's a crazy name. Love the KTM XC, what a trail bike. Yeah, 200s are cool. My stepdad sold my first race bike about a year ago. In 1980. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, Roger. We talked about that when you're here. That's crazy. Right on. XR650 was nice on my little adventure though. Yeah, your XR that you rode from Sergeant's home. I mean, your 501 would have done it too. I have like Brady talk to me seriously. I think your XR was better at that. Obviously, that XR is not near the bike in the rough stuff, the tight stuff, whatever. But for riding home from Sargent's to Tulsa, I have to believe the XR650 was a better choice, which is probably why you did it. Because I know you had the other bike there with you in the waiting room. Ha! There you go, Mama. I love you. By the way, I hope your checkup goes well. I love you so much. The XR, yeah, better on the highway for sure. 89 XR250, yeah. So I think maybe we like a vast majority of dirt bike riders, if you've ever had or ridden an XR, can agree that maybe while yes, obviously technology is advanced, things have gotten better, they're amazing. Dude, it's really hard to beat an XR. Well, you can't break an XR. They're just brilliant. So I got a few questions to answer on the internet. And then we will get to more whatever awesomeness. I hope we're having fun, guys. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That really does make a difference. We're nearing 15,000. That's honestly, I didn't really ever think that would ever go this far, but now that it's this far, I'm aiming for a big one. I want to hit 100,000, but I have a new landmark. I forgot. And so I know, first of all, I'm sorry I haven't fought Zach. To be honest, I'm scared of him. Like, he's going to beat the crap out of me. It will happen, though. I promise it will happen. I will let him beat the crap out of me. I made the promise. It will happen. I just don't know when. But anyway, it will happen. But the new landmark is when we get to 20,000 subscribers, I am getting my bagpiper logo tattooed on my body, big somewhere. So, and I will film the whole thing. I've obviously got lots of tattoos. I've been through tattoos before. It's not going to be a big surprise, but I've been wanting that tattoo for a long time. And I figure I will wait till we hit 20,000. So tell your friends to freaking subscribe, share these things everywhere. I think hopefully all you guys and girls that tune in here understand that we're trying to grow this thing into something huge to help spread the gospel of two wheels, because it's important to me. And I love all the other channels. I'm not like, we're different. I think we're different here, which is good. And those guys are different. They do a great job at what they do. I'm trying to do a great job at what I do. So anyway, 20,000 tattoo filmed, big giant bagpiper on my body somewhere. I'm thinking either my leg or somewhere up on my chest, which would be crazy. Let's see. I was parked outside Highland Cycles on Monday waiting. Oh, the Marine 501 was on 7 fly fishing trip around Colorado. Dang it, found it. Sorry, man. Mondays, we are not here. I was, what was I doing Monday? Oh, actually, Monday, I was here. You should have knocked. Because I was here Monday filming with Adam Does Dirt Bikes. So sorry you didn't knock or make more noise, or I don't know. Roger Hurd test ride for Honda XR is nice, dude. That'd be a sweet job. Let's see, Enduro, spread the word, ride dirt bikes. I was in Montana last week. Fly fishing was great. Bigger fish this year, nice. James Tilley, forehead is my vote. Not gonna happen. That's awesome. Never gonna get a tattoo on my forehead. Probably won't ever get one where you can see. Like, a very good friend of mine who has lots of tattoos once said, "Never get a tattoo where the judge can see it." So that's been my my go-to. I would consider like a neck bagpiper long before a forehead, but that's not happening either. 8 a.m. found it. Yeah, I was not here at 8 a.m. unfortunately. So sorry about that. Dude, Paul, Antsy, what is happening? Finally, you're here. I know you've been super busy. I'm guessing that you're now on Western time, that probably your schedule doesn't line up with us, but I'm psyched to see you here, dude. And by the way, again, thank you for the Climb jerseys. They've been so good. And how's the fishing up there? I bet it's awesome. Um, Dude, Barnado says nice start time in Shady. I know. I'm on row 2. I normally don't like to be that far up because it's like I don't know, it sucks. It's a little too far up because if the trail's not marked well, you can make wrong turns because it hasn't gotten burned in and all that. Also, it's whatever. It's nerve wracking being that far up. But the upside is I will have nobody to deal with. Should be really all day. I mean, I'm gonna have people pass me. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of faster people than me behind me. But I noticed that most of the pros are back in like the 20s and 30s because they do that on purpose to put the pros so everybody in the pro class has to deal with traffic. But there'll be plenty of A riders that are faster than me, younger guys, older guys, whatever, that'll pass me. But I think the way it's going to happen is that in between time checks, we're just going to roll through checks. So I'm stoked. I should have clear trail pretty much all day, and it's going to be awesome. Roger, by the way, yes, getting paid at 15 to ride dirt bikes is pretty awesome. James Telly, life advice by real criminals. Absolutely. Wrapping up big John, taking 2 months off to ride. Right on, Forrest. Please come and ride. We can definitely try to hit Calico. My schedule of my life is a little bit crazy. Okay, not a little bit. It's a lot crazy. It's I mean, this weekend I'm tearing the roof off my new slash old house anyway, and I'm having someone else put the roof down. I'm stripping the old roof because I just save money and whatever. And it's dumb. It's the dumb work. just got to get it done. So I'm out this weekend. Then next weekend is Shady Burrow, and then the next weekend I think I'm going to Montana fishing with my dad. Maybe not the next weekend, maybe the weekend after. So I might have one weekend in there, maybe, except for house projects. And then we have Monte Vista race, and then we have the Death March. Anyway, let's try to make it happen, but it's crazy. Local kid is covered in tattoos and has never been able to get a job. Bruce Kennedy, yeah, weird. Since last year's first to hit some trails. Barnado, yeah, dude, how was row 2 last year? I mean, I don't know. Being on road. By the way, so anyone here, let's talk about that for a second. I'm racing in. I haven't answered the questions. Anyway, racing in enduro is if you haven't ever done it. Hang on, sorry guys. There we go. You're released on a minute, but this is not like a traditional enduro, so we're not going to re-rack every test. It'll be anyway, it's a reliability, I think is what they call it. So they're going to rack us at the beginning. We're going to roll out of town. It's in South Fork, by the way. Mike P knows. Roll out of town, go up to the mountains, get to the first test, and then they're going to release one rider every 15 seconds, which is pretty cool, instead of 4 riders at a time. So, like on my line, I got Scott Bright, and then who else? Anyway, there's some other fast guys on my line, and then there's some slower guys. So we'll probably talk to each other. I'm sure I'm going to let Scott and the other guy's in my class, so I might let him go to try to mess with him and see if I can't catch him, which would be kind of cool. But anyway, and then the rest of in between time checks, you just roll up to your test. Whenever you're ready to get to your test, you want to go, you go. Then at the time checks, you'll have to make sure you don't leave early. And anyway, whatever. So it's going to be fun. Brady Metter, when is the Death March? It is September 10th. That's a Saturday. It's in the same place it always is, which is around Taylor Park. We're camping up in Spring Creek. I would love to have you. It's going to be fun. Roger heard it's been raining here every day too. So Roger says it's been raining there, which is Arizona, every day. It's been raining here pretty much every day, and the dirt has been brilliant. I haven't been riding it much because I've been out doing other things and then working on the house and whatever. But it is great. I rode Sunday and it was amazing. And Cliff, yeah, enduro. I like enduro racing too. I like hair, whatever. I like it all. It's all super fun. Um, yeah, Bruce Kennedy freaking looking. No kidding. Um, Same site last year. Yes, James, it is. And everybody has to have their bike started on time or I'm leaving. Ronald Child's been raining here in South Fork every day. Trail should be prime. I'm so stoked. Hey, Bike Fault, what's happening, dude? Are you back in Thailand yet or are you still in Scotland? It's dry and hot here on Vancouver. So the world is upside down when it's rainy and cool in Colorado and it's dry and hot in Vancouver Island. If anybody here has ever been to Vancouver Island, you'll know it's generally a very wet, lush, green area. So that's weird. And James, or Jim, sorry, I see your name and I call you James. Jim, you were ready last time for sure. So no worries. All right, finally, let's get to the questions. Robert Granger, this is my favorite. This is more of a joke than anything, but I like it. When your rear KTM shock blows up sitting in the shop, what do you use to clean up the floor? Asking for a friend. So actually, hold on. It's actually a really good question. Because, as people who do mechanic works, being a professional mechanic, lots of you guys, the whole point of this channel is to help you guys do more mechanic work. You end up spilling oil eventually, especially if you do suspension work. So hang on. Boom, right here. These things, well, first of all, putting down some sort of catch pan or whatever, preparation is key. But when you spill it, because it's going to happen, these things, and I don't know how to I don't know what they are. I get them from Fastenal, but I'm sure Granger, all the, what are the industrial supply companies have them. But they're oil pads and they soak it up like you can't believe. So, Robert, while I know that was a bit of a joke, that is how I do it, and it works amazingly well. Let's see. Did a storm ride CRF 150? Nice, sweet. Mike Brown, will I regret bringing the Beta 200 instead of the 300 for a week in Taylor Park? Beta 200 is my bike, 90% of the rides. You won't regret it, Mike. I don't think you'll regret it. But at that altitude, Taylor is, everything is 10,000 feet and up. You lose horsepower with everything, right? But you start with less on the 200, and torque. So 300 is definitely a better choice, especially for a week long. Sounds like you're going to be up there kind of just touring around. I'm sure you ride all the hard stuff. You're not racing. I raced the 125 at altitude last year, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a ton of work. I would recommend the 300. The 200 still, I don't know. I would actually recommend bringing both. Robbie Childs, Pigmat. Yeah, that's what that is. It's awesome. Where did you get that metal catch pan you used to work on shocks? It's over there. We had it built here. We have Recla Metals is our local metal recycling / fabricating anyway, they're huge shop here. And it's not a shop, it's a yard. Anyway, they have, not only do they recycle stuff and have tons of scrap metal and whatever, they also can get new stuff. And then they also have a shop where they build stuff. And that we had built. We have two of them, mine and then Zach's, stainless steel, folded up, welded. Let me know. Shoot me an email, Morgan at highland-cycles.com, and I can get you all the dimensions. And because it also has a bung on the one end of it that you put a hose on that drains into a thing. It's really, really nice. So Jared, which is Hello Dirt here, Jared Sahagan. I love your last name, Jared. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. But anyway, where's the best places to ride tomorrow in Montrose area when it's raining? So, great question. I'm guessing that means today because that was last night. But anyway, Montrose is a tough place when it's raining. If it's actually raining, it's not the best. So the plateau is fine when it rains. We don't have any of the gnarly mud that's terrible, whatever. Like the Peach Valley is a no-go. Dry Creek is also okay if you know where to go and you're kind of like careful. There's a couple big sections of bentonite clay out there that you want to avoid, but in general, it's a lot sandier, so it's not terrible in the rain, depending on how much rain. But if it's raining this time of year, I go to the plateau. It's great. Rain ride today, grease up that. Yeah, it's going to be a rain ride tonight for sure, I think. Counter shocks. I rode my 300 at Taylor Park last week. Felt like 200. Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, you lose power if you have both bikes. If you can only bring one, highly recommend the 300 for high altitude. All right, I got to be a coach for the FCA camp. Right on, Roger. That's awesome. Was it a moto camp? That's cool. I didn't know they had a moto camp. That's awesome. So, Jared, like I said, in the summertime when it's open, plateau in the rain. Otherwise, if it's not too cold, we go to Gunnison, which is where you're from, and ride Hartman's. In the rain is amazing. So, are there places in the area where dry creeks become rivers and should avoid riding in a storm? Bruce, yes, that can happen. It's pretty rare. We don't have a lot of that flash flood kind of stuff around here. It happened a couple weeks ago, but the riding areas don't really have a lot of that. Like the plateau doesn't have any of that. I mean, there's some creek crossings that might get a little over full, but in general, it's not bad. The biggest thing is the dry creek area. In the springtime can be really bad. It's rare that we get enough rain for anything to get huge for too long. Jim, peace out. We'll see you at the Death March, man. Moto and off-road, they do a call. Nice, Roger. That's awesome. Dry Creek has some nasty clay in the rain, like Coyote Cutoff. Look, perfect traction until it wasn't. Yes. So, yeah, Chad, like I said, there are places you can go and ride in Dry Creek and be okay. And then there's places that are not. Roger, that is awesome. You had 80 kids. That's huge. Let's see. Kim Jackson, not really a question, but a statement. Kim, I need to get with you on a reval for my 300 SEF. We can fix that. We just got done. I'm going to get Dirk in here with a 2021 300 two-stroke Sherco. And, dude, he came back in here freaking out how good it was. And then he let a buddy ride it, and he is now signed up to get his suspension revalve too. So, yeah, we can help you out for sure, Kim. I find that Sherco's stock are they're pretty good because they have KYB, but it's I don't know, the valving, they don't do a very good job in the valving. They put good, so KYB is a good platform, much better than the WP stuff as far as just out of the box, but it still needs some work. It's just not that good stock. We're gonna have a good day. Get out of dirt bikes. Yes, Zach. Have a great day, man. Happened to in Green River. I'm guessing you got cut off. It can happen anywhere, right? I mean, like I said 2 weeks ago, a dry creek overflowed and went over a road out here, and they had to get the freaking bulldozers out and clean it. So it happens, but it's not a common thing. And usually, I don't know of anywhere that you can't around here that you can't get around it. So that's the end of questions here. What else, guys, do you want to talk about? Crash Hard, what's up, man? How are you doing, dude? Yeah, what other questions you guys have? You see this lovely YZ250 back here. We valved the suspension. We just put a super rad full Henson clutch in that thing. That bike is bad. I want that motorcycle. That's our friend Russ. It's so nice. Such a nice bike. Yeah, that thing is wicked. Anyway, yeah, what else you guys want to talk about? Got a few minutes left here. Get another couple questions if you guys are into it. Ride tonight. Thursday night ride is at the Plateau. We're meeting at States Draw at about 5:45. Gonna go up and we're gonna try to ride Red Canyon down. So we'll do it the easy way because it's probably gonna be wet. Because up is gnarly if it's wet. Do you get many of the ZF Sax forks? Yeah. We don't get a ton, Bruce, because there's not just a ton of betas around here, but we're getting more and more, and we're doing good stuff. When are you getting your 300, Brady? I don't know. I've heard rumors that there are a few out in the wild. I'm guessing that they may have come from the dealer show that just happened where everybody was riding them. But I don't know. I'm still thinking September. And Brady, no, I have not sold the 125. It's sitting in here. I lowered the price to down what it probably should have been to $6,000, and I'm sticking there. Otherwise, I'll freaking keep the thing. I really can't afford it, but I will find a way. Oh, Bruce, I did watch the video on the read on the 300. It's pretty sweet. I'm excited. Very excited. Kim Jackson, I know. I'm so psyched. I'm getting a 23 XC 300. It's going to be awesome. Paul Anstey it's Romaniac's weekend. Was that the prologue that he kicked butt? I haven't watched any of it yet. Ken, what's happening, man? Mark Payne, yes. You want to rent the 120? I'll rent the 125 out, Brady, if whatever you need. For the 99 kicks 100 building, should I run Wiseco or Wrench Rabbit? Wrench Rabbit. Stay away from Wiseco. It's like Wiseco pistons. I'm not a fan, but whatever. They're fine. Especially if you size it right. But Wiseco cranks, I've had 2 in the past. I mean, I took twice before I learned my lesson. Well, part of it I thought was a fluke. But anyway, I had 2 that I put in and they failed almost immediately and had to redo an entire motor for free. And that's no fun. Roger, you're still waiting for your 23 TWs. I hope they come soon. Graham won day 1 enduro. Oh, nice. Alfredo won the prologue. Sweet. Brady Metter. Can you believe Jarvis had to DQ Erzberg just because fuel connection was not locked? Dude, Bruce Kennedy, that's crazy. I'm assuming that is correct, that actually is what happened. And that is a huge bummer. If it wasn't what happened, then, they're hiding things, which who knows? But it sucks. He got DQ'd, especially whatever. I mean, he had outside help. I get it. Rules are rules, especially racing. You got to follow them. Otherwise it gets, thing. But hey, Kevin O'Laughlin, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. But yeah, anyway, it sucked that because he charged, was he like 10th or something like that, which is crazy. Off-topic question on the XR60R. How did you check if valve guides were good? Great question. So new valves, slide up. This is the way I do it. So you can get little bore, dial bore, not a dial bore indicator, but a bore measuring thing. I don't know what you call them. They're like these little T's that have these little, anyway, they squeeze in and then you get a micrometer out and you could do that. And they're tiny. And that's fine. But what I do is I get new valve, slide it in there. First of all, check to see if there's any wiggle. If there's wiggle, we're kind of done. The other thing is without a seal, valve in there, finger over the top, and then pull the valve out, like just pull it out and like lick your finger, put it on there, make a good seal, pull out. And if it goes and pops like it's making suction, then you're good. If any of that is not the case, new guides. Tell me things for both, but I figured the way to go. Yeah, get risky. Just stick with Wrench Rabbit because it comes with the hot rods, and so hot rods is not perfect either, but way worse with Wiseco. Yes, Mom, there will be a big birthday celebration after the Death March. That's why we do it on the same. Snap gates for 4. Thank you. That's what they're called. I forget what they're called, but yeah. But they're tiny. Who's to have fun riding with the kid though, even if it's hot and dusty. And by the way, guys, if you don't know what Kevin, I just want to say thank you again, Kevin. What Kevin just did there is he gave us a super chat, which is a way of saying thank you and that we provide, good content and valuable stuff for him. And so if anyone's ever interested in that, there's a little button down there. You can click on that thing. You can give us some money there. But thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. Guys, it really makes a huge difference, guys. Despite what I'm sure all of you guys understand this, but the motorcycle world is not a place you make a ton of money. And doing all this stuff not only costs money, but it takes a lot of effort. So those little $5, $10 things, $20, Kevin, make a huge difference. So thank you very much. If you're ever interested during the live chat, you want to do that, it really, really does help us out a lot. Um, I'd love to make this YouTube channel earn enough money to do even more cool stuff. So it's like, and Brady, as he knows, I'm rich. um, ooh, Scott Schwager coming up from AZ, staying till Thursday. Right on, nice. Where are you coming to Montrose or just Colorado in general? Ed Dugan, I can't wait to see you at the Shady Borough. What row are you on, by the way? So I can. And Bruce Kennedy, rich with friends. Well, you'd be surprised about that too. I have a lot of acquaintances, as you probably can imagine. Um, but I do have wonderful family and a wonderful few friends that are like real true friends. Brady Metter is one of them. So because he's mean to me. It's like an abusive relationship with like for a woman. I just can't get away from Brady. I like his meanness. Um, see, there it is. Bruce, come on out, man. I'm definitely one of those guys that has a hard time saying that someone from the internet is a true dear friend. I'm not saying that you're not, but you know what I mean. It's whatever. But I'd love to meet you. It'd be awesome. Um, Roger Hurd. I hope you can count me in that. I count you in that. You're my bud. Um, dude named Eric. Everybody likes Brady's meanness. Um, it's awesome. Let's see. It's a little after 8, but what do we have any other questions? I'll do one more question if anyone has one, regardless. Hey, Jared, thank you so much for the super chat. I super, super appreciate it. And by the way, are you coming to, you said you're going to ride Montrose tomorrow, which was today. God, that was 8 hours ago, dude. That was like at midnight. Anyway, are you coming over here? If so, are you going to say hi? And then also, are you going to ride with us for a Thursday night ride? Because it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good time. It could be a greasy mess, but we'll definitely tailor the ride towards the greasy mess because when was it? Father's Day weekend. Yeah, Father's Day weekend. The boys and I tried to ride up. Well, we made it. We rode up Red Canyon Trail in the rain. Well, it was after a rain, and it hadn't quite dried out yet, and it turned into a show. I pushed 3 motorcycles up one section, mine included. It was crazy. Right on, Hello Dirt. I hope to see you. That'd be awesome. So anyway, all right, guys. If there's no more questions, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who watched, everybody who gave us super chats, everybody who watches us in the future. If you're watching this as a replay, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. It means a lot. Punk Rock Club. I love you guys more than I love everyone else. I'm going to play favorites. We all know we have favorites. You guys know I love the Punk Rock Club more than I love everyone else. So you guys have an awesome day. Rico area, right on. Calico Trail, do Priest Gulch, do Stoner Mesa, do Johnny Bull, and then cross the road and do, what is that? Hermosa Creek and all that. So it's awesome. We friends now. Yes, Eric. I love you guys. You're awesome. Anyway, have a great day. Get out, spread the gospel 2 wheels. And as always, I hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, but way more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes.